Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome back to the channel, Auris Talks Football, where we give you guys the lowdown on all things football. And of course, today is the big one. It is Arsenal versus Man United, the preview. We have many guests, but before we start, we need to give a shout out to Acer Kits. As you can see, the code below, you put in Auris Talks Football on the website, acerkits.co.uk. You get 10% off. They've got amazing kits, amazing tracksuits. Who knows? You might be wearing a tracksuit to a game in the future. So check out Acer Kits and you guys won't be disappointed. But without further ado, let's get the show started with our first guest. Welcome, Ollie, a resident Arsenal fan. How you doing, son?
Good.
Right, there's Ollie, an Arsenal fan. Who else is coming into the stream? We've got another Arsenal fan. Joel, how's it going, mate?
Good, thanks. How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you very much.
Good.
Dave, all the way from across the pond. How's it going, mate?
It's going all right. What about yourself?
I'm going well. It's even better now that I've got another Man United fan in the stream, so happy days. Of course, we've got Baby Romano himself, the HD Man United stand. Hardeep, how's it going?
Ronaldo
Yes, it's Sonny. How you doing, mate?
I'm all right, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, not so bad. I mean, very optimistic about the 3 consecutive wins in a row, but let's keep this up.
Of course. Waleed, a co-host, as you guys have seen previously, another Arsenal fan. How's it going?
I'm good, man. I'm good. We're back, man. I'm back. We're excited. Big game, man. Big stream. Let's get it, man. Let's go.
Of course. We've got Manny, another Arsenal fan.
Late appearance.
Yeah, just sort of slid in, if you will. Had some stuff to do, but happy to be joining you all. Good to see you all again. And and Sally, let me just say that I'm enjoying your little reels on Instagram. How you're editing them, it's you're becoming a star with that. For me, if anyone talks to me about TikTok, I think of a song by Kesha, so I wouldn't want to get into that quagmire.
Of course, we've got Raj as well, a Man United fan. How's it going, Raj?
Come on, my guy, Sammy. You know what time it is. Super Sunday, baby. Let's go.
And last but not least, the man himself, Orest.
No.
How's it going, Orest?
Yes, people. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Let's humble these Arsenal fans on Sunday. Listen.
Yeah.
Yes, let's humble them, man.
United fans.
Listen, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Hope everyone here is having a nice day. Hope everyone's keeping healthy. Hope everyone's, just being nice, man. Just being nice to everyone. But let's get it started, man. Sonny, you take over.
Let's get started. We've done the traditional opening.
Let's get ready to rumble
versus Arsenal on Sunday. Let's go straight into it. We're playing at home, Man United. You see I'm wearing the scarf. I'm going to be as impartial as I can. But let's go straight to the Man United corner. Let's kick off with you, Orest. What are your thoughts on this game on Sunday?
Bring it on, man. Listen, playing Arsenal is never easy because last season when I went there, we got absolutely humiliated at Emirates under Ralph Rangnick. I was looking at Dave and I said, Ralph Rangnick, nah. Listen.
I'm shaking my head because why are you bringing up Ralph Rangnick?
No, I'm just saying, the last time
we might have to bring up Carrick when we lost. So.
But listen, I'm confident with the boys. We obviously hardly mentioned 3 wins. Sorry, Ronaldo fanboy mentioned 3 wins in a row. Let's make it 4, man. I'm saying 2-0, man. I think we can win this game. But the thing is, Ten Hag has to get the lineup right. And for me, I think he will. So 2-0 win.
So that's what Orest thinks. He thinks 2-0. He's confident, considering Man United have won a couple games on the bounce. But the team that has a lot of confidence, I would say, is Arsenal. On the back of 5 wins. Waleed, are you confident going into this game like Orest is? Or are you thinking something else?
Very, definitely. Because, these men, I understand that they're happy. 3 wins out of 3, beat Liverpool, I get that. But Arsenal, this is our biggest test, obviously, as everyone knows. And as everyone knows as well, clearly we have the worst medal clear team in the league because our players just dropped like flies. So we ain't got a lot of depth in the midfield. And possibly Odegaard and Ramsdale could be out as well. And if that's the case, then I was confident. I think if we play our best team, I think we'll be a comfortable game. I genuinely think that because Man United I don't think Man United know what they're really in store for. These men think this is the same Arsenal.
What is it?
that's come up over the last few years. All of that. This is a different Arsenal team now. And I'm not even saying this. I'm not even saying this just because of, I'm happy about we've beaten all of these teams. It's also about our style of play. Our style of play is different. Our style of play has changed. And I think with how we're playing right now, we could do well against the vast majority of teams in the league, and Man United are in that vast majority. And I think if we go to Old Trafford, make a statement to the league and say that we are serious, that's what I want. That's all I want. And I genuinely think 6 wins out of 6 is coming, man. 3-1 Arsenal. That's what I'm saying.
Interesting. He's gone 3-1 Arsenal.
It may be controversial, but
This is all he wants. It's not Christmas. It's not Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas. I mean, all Walid wants is 3 points at Old Trafford. But the thing is,
that's all I want.
he's thinking about comfortability here. And Dave, I'm going to come straight to you. He's talking about comfortability. The last 5 results at Old Trafford for the Arsenal have been 2 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 2 losses, and 1 win. So their record hasn't been the best. Do you think it's going to be comfortable for Arsenal, Dave?
It's been all right. Well,
Sorry, you cut out there. Wait, what was your question?
So Walid is talking about comfortability for Arsenal at Old Trafford. The 5 previous results for the Arsenal at Manchester United have been 1 win, 2 draws, and 2 losses. How do you think it's going to play out on Sunday?
I don't know. As I said in a few scenes already, as I am Mr. Impartial myself, as I host on my own channel, as much as I want to lean towards my club and my boys, these are 2 great sides going in on great form, and they're clashing at, I think, a perfect time. Arsenal could be missing some key players to injury, as you mentioned, Aaron Ramsdale, Martin Odegaard, Ben White. Those are going to be big misses for Arsenal if that's the case. But my issue is that will Manchester United be able to step up? Will they? They've had the past few games. They've been simple. They've been pretty easy games. I'm not gonna lie. Liverpool's a huge game, but that was an absolutely awful Liverpool side that we played. Liverpool got cooked. That was a poor Liverpool side. We played against a Southampton side that we were not convincing at all, but we got 3 points. Leicester, we weren't great. A poor Leicester side, a poor Southampton side, but we got the result. Now we're coming up against a very good Arsenal side, which have many dangerous weapons in their arsenal. No pun intended. They have the likes of Gabriel Jesus. They have the likes of Bukayo Saka. They have the likes of Emil Smith-Rowe, Gabriel Martinelli. They have many good, dangerous attacking players. So, and I think that they will come and match what Manchester United have to offer. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a very interesting game, depending on what we see from the managers and their team selections and whatnot. For me, I can't really see this ending in anything other than either a draw or a Manchester United win, to be honest with you. I don't think Arsenal will win just because traditionally at Old Trafford, they've always been terrible. But then again, it could easily be the Mikel Arteta's take your time with it again, as it was in 2020 when they came in and dominated in that 1-0 win in COVID season. So you never know. Anything can happen in football. But I'll personally say we'll share the points at Old Trafford, and that's kind of it.
So Dave I's gone for a stalemate. Manny, I'm going to come straight to you. Dave I spoke about how, for example, Arsenal have the threat with Saka, Jesus, Martinelli. We know Manchester United have had a few clean sheets now with that new look defence. How do you think it's going to play out? Do you think it's going to be a stalemate?
It will be a stalemate, Sani, but the problem is there will be goals over here because one factor for Manchester United will be whether or not Casemiro gets to play. And, he had half an hour against Leicester yesterday, but I don't know if that's necessarily going to be enough for him. Maybe Ten Hag has a plan to bring him on as a second half substitute, but that would invariably mean that United would be starting with McTominay and Eriksen once again. And I'm pretty certain that what?
McTominay. I'd love to see him in the starting lineup, G. I'd love it.
Yeah, any Arsenal.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it could happen. It might happen, but I'm pretty certain that if we also had a fully fit midfield, I could say that we could work them out. But obviously, with Partey injured, he's actually the one who enables our midfield to be free flowing. So we now have a situation where Granit Xhaka has to be brought back, and then Sambi Lokonga takes Xhaka's position. So it isn't quite as flowing, but it may be nonetheless. And I think I remember predicting something like a 2-2 draw on another stream. I think it was Ollie's stream with Orest on that. I think that yes, there probably would be some goals in this because again, if United decide to start again with Ronaldo on the bench, then again the onus will be placed on Rashford and Sancho. But the problem is, United have been grinding out wins. At what point do they start to realise that maybe to beat a team like Arsenal, we have to score against them, score a goal, and sort of put them on the back foot? So that's going to be interesting to see. And it's going to be interesting. I do predict a stalemate. My prediction was 2-2, but it could just as easily end up being a 1-1. But the reason why I think it would be a 2-2 is because I think defensively, both defenses are going to be key. There will be some mistakes made, I'm certain, because of the pressing nature of Arsenal, and obviously our own defense isn't exactly solid. White was never solid, but then Gabriel started to make a few mistakes. So this is what I'm expecting. It will probably be a stalemate. I don't expect a United win, but I definitely don't expect Arsenal to improve on our recent record at Old Trafford either. I think the last time we beat you was, I think, in 20. Yeah, but that was also during that season when we had a horrible run at home where we couldn't even win a game at home for Toffee. So, we can't really put too much into that either. And that was a pandemic, so it wasn't the best atmosphere for the United lot either. It'll be interesting. I still predict a stalemate, but this will be a must-watch, and it will be interesting to see the formations and the tactics applied.
I agree. I think you've made some very valid points. I mean, midfield-wise, it's going to be really interesting. I mean, Raj, I'm going to come to you with that midfield question. I mean, Manny spoke about the midfield, the likes of Partey, actually not playing, Xhaka in there. Is Casemiro going to play? Who do you think is going to come out in the midfield, and who do you think is going to win on Sunday, Raj?
Yeah, that's where the game's going to be won and lost. I think. I heard someone laughing earlier at the fact that McTominay might be playing there. Yeah, McTominay's had a few good games last few games. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of him, bro. Yeah, honestly, I ain't the biggest fan of him, but he's been playing well. And against the Arsenal midfield, man, them man are not strong. They're good with their feet and all that, but they don't have that fight in them, bro. And they will lose. Like someone like McTominay will pin man up like a Ronaldo picture with Mbappe back in the days, bro. That's what I'm trying to say, bro. It's going to be crazy, isn't it, fam? That's where the midfield's going to be battle. Like, we got balance to us. You know what I'm trying to say? They got Xhaka there. They got El Neni there as well. Sometimes they use him. And Partey,
He's injured for like a long period of time.
Partey's injured. That's to confirm.
Yeah.
Partey and Mo.
Both of them.
Yeah, they've also signed 2 midfielders. Like Arsenal fans, I've never heard of either, fam. So I don't know. It's going to be.
They've signed Douglas Luiz though. They've signed him.
No.
Have they signed him really?
No,
I'm joking.
No.
To be fair, I can understand why we didn't sign him, to be honest. Like, we're signing a guy for 25 million, that's overpay already, and he's going to be...
Yeah, but you know what it is? Arsenal, hats off to them, bruv, yeah? They've beaten who's in front of them, and, not every game's been convincing. There's not been big score lines and that, and I've seen Leicester City score past them. I've seen other teams score past them, so I don't think, like, their centre-back, like, as good as they look on the ball, as good as they look on the pitches and stuff like that, yeah? I don't think they're going to be able to stop our attackers getting in behind them and scoring a goal. So
interesting. So you don't think it's going to be a clean sheet then for Manchester United?
No, well, I can't. We've seen our back four, this current back four against Liverpool, and since then as well. Yeah, they've been absolutely sensational. If you look at Arsenal's back four, you can see frailties in their right back position. Because I don't know, if you guys fancy Ben White playing right back and all that, but I can see easily can get caught out of possession. Also, I can see, even as good as Saliba and Gabriel has been, they've conceded a few goals here and there. You know what I'm trying to say? So there's frailties here and there. Arsenal's really not really come against big teams, and even when a team like Fulham come against them, players like Mitrovic, they will look to pounce, and you can see frailties in Gabriel.
Interesting. I mean, Mason, I'm going to come to you with this question. I mean, you've heard what Raja said. He thinks there are frailties at the back for the Arsenal. He thinks maybe on the flank, Ben White might not be good enough. Do you think Arsenal are going to end up scoring at Old Trafford and even winning the game potentially on Sunday?
Mason? There?
Actually,
Oh
no, mate.
shit!
Hear
Sorry,
us?
bro. My camera
Yeah.
went off for a sec. My Wi-Fi's playing shit. To be honest with you, I think it's going to be like our previous people have said. I think it will just be a 1-1. And to be honest with you, I really do. I don't see us going there and getting 3 goals because we don't at Old Trafford. Like you look at our wins there, like 1-0s, 2-1s in the FA Cup, but tight Premier League matches, obviously. So I reckon it could be a 1-0 to us if anything. But then again, with the sort of with Sancho, I do think Sancho is kicking on now, and I've got to give it to him. He's decent, you know what I mean. So I do think. To be honest, I do think
Yeah, you're cutting off, mate.
it'll be 1.
Sounds like he's having a
but I
stroke
can
trying to
see-
get
Yeah,
the
if
words
if I
out.
were
I
you,
can see
Clout,
us
yeah.
or
To be
you
fair,
guys
big up
nicking
Dave
it, you know,
for
I can see
whatever
that.
he said to Sancho in his place. Big up to Dave, whatever he said to Sancho, because Dave did say some words to Sancho, and Sancho has listened.
Well, whilst we're waiting for
I'm happy you
Mason
did.
to come back, I'm gonna move
A
to
little
Joel
back.
quickly.
Yeah, I can just see it being a 1-1.
Okay.
1-1. Okay. Happy thoughts. I think a lot of people are going for a draw in the
Yeah,
stream,
hence
and we've
why.
got Joel on. He's a big Arsenal fan.
But
very optimistic.
Ronaldo being a third striker.
More like a
He
third
probably
sub
wants
off
to
bench.
again.
Yeah, man. How deep? Stop crying, man.
Listen, I'm not saying a draw here, man. The only draw you're gonna see is the one I'm gonna pick up, the packet I'm gonna pick up from my guy, and be smoking that Arsenal pack in the Old Trafford. But I'm telling you,
Bro, listen. You're gonna come here with all this fire because we're going to Old Trafford, bro. You can literally talk as much shit as you like, bro. It
Oh,
will be
come
blood
on.
on your
Shit,
face
bro.
if
I'm-
we
I'm
actually.
shipping-
You guys
I'm
can't
shipping the
be
truth,
fake.
brother.
I
And
look,
then-
Hey,
wait,
is it that same guy from before? Is this the
oh,
same
it's
guy
this
from
dude,
before?
isn't it?
Alright,
Mason,
chill.
yeah,
You man
Mason,
chill. You man
yeah.
chill. You man chill.
Now let's be honest, yeah. Let's be honest, yeah. In a way,
right.
there's a bit.
Let's be honest, bro.
I'd say
I
there's
offered you money if you wanted to go and get some, yeah, and you rejected it. So shut the fuck up.
Oh, wait.
But
Calm
that's
down,
your
guys.
gyro
Calm
money,
down.
bro. You gotta keep that for the rest of the week, bro.
Right. Calm down.
Now let's be honest, yeah. In a way, though,
All right,
there
bro.
is some
Let's
pressure
listen.
on
Let's
United,
be
though.
a bit civilized on this, though. Instagram's Instagram, but let's be a bit civilized on it.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say though is that like there's a little bit more pressure on United though because this isn't a full strength Arsenal team. Like there's as I said
Yeah, it's a
before,
lot of pressure.
There's possibility that Odegaard and Ramsdale might not play along with the injuries that we already have.
Yeah, but we got players. We
Yeah.
got players coming in, bro. You
Yeah,
got
it's
a 5
up-
game winning streak. More
you
pressure
have
It's
your
on
up
you.
to
future.
you guys to beat us. You
There's not a
guys
single
are
injury in
heavy
your squad. There's
favourites.
not a single proper injury squad except maybe Martial. Except that there's not.
Listen,
heavy.
us losing to you lot, yeah, we don't
And you
lose
got Old
fuck all
Trafford.
apart from bragging rights. That's it, fam. You lot are losing a 5 game winning streak, yeah, and you're losing the top position spot, fam. So you got much more to lose than we have.
No,
No, we're not
bro.
gonna lose,
Do
bro.
I really think that we're gonna be finished in first when we finish the league? No.
Of course we're not.
Like,
Like,
come on, bro.
It's
Come
Oh,
on,
fourth
man.
position.
You're
Fourth
saying you're
position.
acting like this is such a fucking massive game for us. Come on, bro.
Bro, it's
Like,
your
get a
winning
grip,
streak, bro.
man.
It's your winning streak, staying at the top.
Yeah,
Like,
winning
getting
streak,
to the
fair
top is
play,
easy.
fair
But
play.
staying at the
But
top is hard,
But
bro.
to be honest,
Yeah,
let's
that's
be
what we've
real.
done so far this
We're
season.
going to Old Trafford, yeah, with a lot of injuries on our hands. You guys are going with literally a full strength fucking squad.
How's that full strength squad when certain man didn't even play more than half an hour, bro?
Well, let's see
It
this.
doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
it
It doesn't
doesn't-
matter. Have you signed those players?
Listen,
you
excuses
signed those
already been
players?
made. Excuses are already
It's not
been
excuses, it's facts.
It's
And the
not
thing is,
excuses,
that
bro.
it's more
It's
pressure
facts,
on
Excuses,
yeah.
them
them.
things, fam. You man are listen. You
Can I
man
say
are moving
something
like
for a minute?
Jurgen Klopp, bro.
Can I say something for a minute,
Facts,
guys? Just to look at both sides of it, right? Arsenal have injuries, yes, they do. But one thing that I will say is that you look at Arsenal's first opening games of the season, they haven't been insanely difficult. Manchester United, I think, is probably their first big test of the season, and I think that what I see in this game, for me, this could potentially be not a season definer, but maybe what we can expect from Arsenal going forward. If they keep performing the way that they have in the opening 5 games, then our eyes should really open and say, wow, this Arsenal team really looks like they're turning a corner. This is something completely different. This is a brilliant start from them. This is their first big test of the season. I don't think anyone can say otherwise. This is their first big test of the season. Coming to Old Trafford, even if they get a point out of it, I think that's still a great job.
That's
well
what
done.
I'm being.
Yeah.
It will be. I'll take
Well,
the
around
point
the
at
point,
Oxy.
but I think we'll get all three. That's the thing.
And United are under pressure to a certain extent. I mean, they could potentially be coming up against an Arsenal squad that isn't full strength. In fact, not even potentially. They will be coming up against an Arsenal side that isn't full strength. So there is going to be some pressure to also deliver in front of the home supporters at Old Trafford. So, and this is also a huge test for United as well, because as I mentioned before, obviously with the two dreadful opening games that Manchester United played, we played a Liverpool side which were really not that great. We were unconvincing against Southampton, unconvincing against Leicester, but got the job done, got the 6 points from the two games. And this is going to be a huge test. I think this is our first big test of the season as well. I think this is a perfect time for these two teams to come and clash against one another. Both are on good runs of form, and it'll be very interesting to see who comes out on top and where they go from here. I think it will be incredibly interesting. Just trying to look at it from an Arsenal point of view and a Manchester United point of view. I think it's important to take a look at it from both sides.
I think it is. I think you're spot on there, mate. Like, it is important for both of our teams, really. Looking at who we've played and looking who you've played, it's important just to get the 3 points on the board, which we have 5 out of 5. But it's going to be a big test, and of course it's going to be a big test. When has it not ever been a big test when we've gone to Old Trafford, man? Like, when has it not ever been a difficult match? You know? It always is. Your fans and your players certainly must know that this is the big game for both of our clubs, and our players and our fans know it as well. It's exactly what will happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Do you know what? I'll agree with you. I'll agree with you.
Hit the nail on the
I'll
head.
agree because you know what it is. You lot got 5 games in a row. It's time for you lot
Yeah,
to prove
yeah,
you're
we
done.
won,
And
we
same,
won.
no, same thing with us because we've gone on like a 3-game run as well. We've got a settled defense right there.
Games in
And
I've
we've got
never
players coming in as
on
well.
Old Trafford. Even like when we'd won leagues at Old Trafford and that, I've never been fucking confident, bro. Never.
I hear that, man. I hear that. And you know what it is as well? I want to see how by the time we do come to the Emirates, bruv, yeah, our players would have had settled in and they've played a few games here and there. So it'll be a bigger test, I
Yeah,
think,
bro.
in your grand as well.
See, I'm not even going to lie. We still needed to strengthen. I'm quite disappointed in Arsenal's transfer. Other than, obviously, we got some decent players in here. I'll give us a 7 out of 10. But, bro, we needed another midfielder. We needed another right winger. We knew this going into the last fucking deadline day, bro. And yes, again, this club is literally Edu is bullshitting his way through, bro.
I want to quickly elaborate on that, yeah. He made a very good point. Like, this is the second time in a row, arguably. We did it in January. We didn't sign a striker when we needed one that cost us top 4. We've done it again, I think. I'm seeing on the internet Edu doing some madness with his daughter. Yeah, I'm not even going to get into
It was last year, man. It's last year.
Oh, bro.
What that is.
Bro, it's last year.
Bro, I don't care what he's doing.
Yeah, that was last year, bro.
You had a whole month. Yeah, after we signed Zinchenko, the whole of August to do your signings. I can understand the point of, we don't want to sign players when we've got players coming back. I get that. But get players on loan then. Get players on loan, 6-month loan, 1-year loan. That will do the job for now until the players are back.
Arsenal are not smart.
Common sense. You don't just go ahead and
Look how many. Just look how many fucking players have got. Like, look at the list of players who've
I
got.
didn't want to sign anyone. Ended up signing Arthur when they could have got Bellingham if they wanted to. So like, just don't be stubborn.
You say easy, Waleed, but we all know at FSG is very, very hard with the finances they have. They're very, very
Let's get
penny pinchers. But
I'm
I
happy
want
the
to
transfer-
ask
happy
Joel.
we brought him, but we could have done more. That's all.
Joe, let's get Joel's thoughts.
I want to get Joel's thoughts. I mean, he was talking a lot of talk transfer deadline day about this transfer coming in with Romano and that transfer coming in. You didn't want Tielemans. Louise didn't come in.
No,
do you think Arsenal are going to be lacking for this game and maybe for the rest of the season as well until January at least?
100%.
Right. I think we will struggle for this game in our midfield, obviously with Partey being out, which is big because Lukonga isn't really. I mean, he's not. He can have good games. He can have bad games. So I don't know. It's you never know what you're going to get. So if he has a bad game, then I can't say it's winning. But if he has a good game, then I'm hoping we can get the win. But I think if we had our full first 11, our best fully fit team, no injuries, I think we'd win quite comfortably. Especially if it was at the Emirates, I'd be saying like 3-0. I could see, but because it's at Old Trafford, and obviously crucial players are out injured, I think it'll be a draw. I can see Man United winning. I really hope not, but I think it will just be a draw. I think it'll be 1-1 or 0-0. I'm not really too sure. But I think it'll just be a draw, whether it's 0-0, 1-1, 2-2. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I can
let's
see either team winning.
Hardeep, give us your thoughts for this game.
Right then.
Hardeep, yeah, you.
Well, personally, for me, I'd say with this game, it's so
Sorry, that's
significant.
just another clip for Waleed to clip up. Oh, and Hardeep's gone.
Well, I'm going to ask Ollie. Ollie's been sitting there patiently,
Yeah, man.
observing, listening.
Ollie's
Of course,
changed.
he's a
Man.
very
It's not the same
passionate
Ollie
Arsenal
from last
fan
year,
as well.
man.
Ollie's
Do
at
you
the
think-
wheel.
To bring back old
Arsenal.
Ollie, man.
Wait,
He's waiting for Odegaard to come back and resurrect from injury.
Odegaard and Ramsdale. Come on, man. Look at him.
Yeah, I've calmed down a bit. I'm not going to be a bit delusional. I think it's going to be a tough game going to Old Trafford. We're going to draw. I'm not going to say an Arsenal win because it's probably going to be a Man United win. The thing with the Aston Villa game, I predicted a clean sheet, and then suddenly from nowhere, I predicted we concede, and we did. So I'm not going to predict it. Like, I want to predict a draw, but I'm not going to predict anything yet. We'll see what happens. Both, as said, both teams are doing very well. We've come back over 5 games, but this is by far our toughest game yet and a big challenge. So yeah, we'll wait and see. But I think the injury list as well. But I feel like hopefully Ramsdale's fit. If not, Turner's a bit shaky, but we can give him a chance. With Odegaard, hopefully he's fit. If not, we can play Smith Rowe as well. So we've got backup, and as I said, with Partey injured as well. Don't really like the look of Lokonga when he was playing with the Aston Villa game. And I've said it all along, with people talking about this transfer, why don't we play Vieira? Like, I know he hasn't really got much experience, but just, give him a chance maybe. And
Against United.
Different positions.
Big risk.
not against United, but
He's empty.
Okay.
It's a lot of different positions, though, isn't it?
Let's go back to Hardeep because you cut out there. Give us your-
Before we go to Hardeep, I want to ask something, just one quick thing.
Yeah.
So Ollie mentioned
Yeah.
how he wants to give Vieira a chance, and that's understandable because he's a new signing, hasn't played, etc. Let's go, because all roads are going to lead up to Hardeep now. Ronaldo is Hardeep's favourite player.
Oh.
He keeps going on about Ronaldo. Are you going to give Ronaldo a chance on Sunday?
Oh, well, to be fair, with Rashford, is he number 9? No, he isn't. He's so inconsistent. With Martial, I love him as a player. So unreliable, and we should have went forward in the summer transfer window. And what did we do? We didn't do nothing. So with Ronaldo, I think certainly from his fitness point of view, he could certainly fit into the game. And it's all about creating chances. But with Rashford, Sancho, they've got to be direct. They've got to be really creative. And even look at the impact of Anthony as well. Anthony will be so influential.
No, Hardeep, don't do this. Don't do
No,
this.
honestly.
On your story, you said Martial needs to leave. Don't listen now.
Honestly, no. There is delve into that. I mean, both Rashford and Martial, they both need to go. Honestly, we do need to get a better replacement. And with Ronaldo, no doubt he needs to go long term. But right now, he should be starting the game against Arsenal. And we definitely need that post in the box.
If you was 10 out, Hardeep, would you start him?
If he's match fit, yes. I think with
I don't think he's
Ten Hag
match fit,
managing
bro.
Ronaldo.
I don't think he's
Ten Hag
match fit,
managing
Hardeep.
Ronaldo. Yeah.
I think he's match fit.
Well, the thing is, he does fit in the system, but Ronaldo fits into any system. If you give him the right creativity, the right structure, and right profile players in the right system, he will certainly excel. Ronaldo is certainly a great player, though, no doubt. Come on.
The infrastructure.
How should we relate to this,
But I think everything comes to an end. It's funny because a lot of Arsenal fans, when they eventually wanted Wenger out, they kept saying, thanks for the memories, but it's time to say goodbye. And I think it might be the case with Ronaldo. But one thing I have to say, and I don't think anyone's really mentioned it, is the fact that should Arsenal win on Sunday at Old Trafford, although fine, Man United aren't going for the league, and that's understandable right now, it's a seismic result for Arsenal. And I think for me personally, I will take them a lot more seriously than I would have done had they not won the game, because winning at Old Trafford is a massive result. And if they do win, even if it's scrappy, it's a massive result. And it's a massive result for their confidence as well, especially going into the next couple of weeks as well. So it's going to be interesting. But I mean, of course, we don't know the team sheets. We don't know who's going to play. But Manny, I'm going to come to you. Who do you think will end up being player of the match for this game on Sunday?
I think basically it's like going to be important.
It's Mane, not William.
Oh, Mane. Oh, I thought William. No, sorry.
Let's go, guys. Let's keep it off.
Mane's on mute.
Mane, you're on me.
Mane on mute.
Yeah.
That's my
Sorry.
bad.
So you've asked me to look into a crystal ball and predict who will be the man of the match. Well, given that I predicted a 2-2 draw, it probably will be one of the attackers that will have a big say. And one of the things which I will say right now is that if Ten Hag opts to continue with his tactics of starting with Rashford, Sancho, and so forth, he might perhaps put himself at disadvantage. That is where Hardeep and I can agree, because sometimes you might want those clutch players at big moments, and I think United will probably look at the Arsenal game as a bit of a test, because, as you've said, we're going there with the unbeaten record, and so it'll be more of an incentive for United to continue to prove that their recovery isn't simply, just a case of grinding out wins for the sake of points. They want to prove that they legitimately do belong, and that the Brentford result was just one bad day in the office, which will never happen again. And for that, I credit Ten Hag for cracking the whip. He's got the defence working well. Our defence may be weak, but if anyone's going to be man of the match, it will be one of the attackers. And I've been really delighted with the way the Gabriels, Jesus and Martinelli have combined for Arsenal. And I'm actually glad that Martinelli is starting over Nketiah, because whenever Nketiah has come on, a lot of people say that he comes on to change change the formation, make it more attacking, put the defence under pressure. But whenever he gets a chance to shoot, his first touch is absolutely awful. And we pay $100,000 a week to this guy for what? But Jesus and Martinelli have been doing really well. Jesus is an improvement on Alex's lack of threat, who is thankfully no longer with the club.
Lack of hairline, blood.
Like a hair.
And so they've formed a combination well, and even if neither of them really score as much as they like, certainly the link-up play between them, the understanding that they share, and the aggression of Martinelli and his own footballing brain, as with Jesus, is proving to be a great combination. And yes, maybe Jesus may not be scoring, but sometimes that is perfect value of how a perfect example of how you add more value to the team other than scoring goals. And Arteta said that Lacazette added that value. No, he didn't. And we all know what happened. So it will be one of the attackers. And if United are going to have some hope of getting anything out of the game, then yes, the midfield will probably be key. I don't see Casemiro starting because he hasn't played enough minutes for United. It will have to be Eriksen and McTominay, with maybe Casemiro coming on as a half-time substitute. But Ronaldo might possibly hold the key if he is sharp enough in training. I would definitely like to see him and Casemiro come on at half-time if Ronaldo won't be starting. Because, if you try to park the bus against an Arsenal team, regardless of how our midfield may be, we're going to continue to press, because that is probably Arteta's plan A. And regrettably, I haven't seen a plan B from him. So it will be one of the attackers that could hold sway.
Rashford's got a good scoring rate against Arsenal, mate. What's your thoughts on that?
Oh, well, maybe he could hold some sway, but having said that, you can't depend on past records. It's current form that counts. And yes, he scored against Liverpool, but he's also effectively finding his way back into the team after a run of not so good form. So it'll be interesting to see if Ten Hag decides to stick with Rashford and Sancho and company, or actually gives Ronaldo more of a chance. But Rashford will really have to step up his game, and I think still, given his recovery, it might still be too much to expect of him. So Ronaldo will play a very big role. I don't want to see him given. If I were a Manchester United fan, I wouldn't be happy with a 10-minute cameo for him at the end. No, he has to be given at least half an hour, or be brought on at half-time along with Casemiro to have any impact. For me, it'll be Gabriel's, Jesus, or Martinelli who will have an impact, because the way they've been playing and pressing, they've been unsettling a lot of teams, and I don't think United will be any different. So it'll be either one of those two.
Before Sonny, I have a question for the Arsenal fans. Go on. I have a question for the Arsenal fans. With Aubameyang going to Chelsea, what are your thoughts on this time with Waleed? I want you to Aubameyang go to Chelsea.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Let me just quickly say, you've asked this question for like 5 times now, and I've said the same answer every single time.
Front flip.
He hurts.
Sorry, Waleed, please wait. It's just important. 5 away from 300 subs, guys. We are 5 away.
Whilst we're streaming right now, I want us to hit 300. Whilst we're streaming right now, I want us to hit it right now to get reaction.
We are 5 away.
Subscribe right now.
Yeah,
Let me just answer Hardy's question for the 10th time. Yes, it's gonna hurt, obviously, that he's gone to Chelsea. But there's nothing we can do in it. He's probably gonna do okay. He's got the number 9 shirt though, So that's going to be, we won't 100% know what's going to happen there. But it hurts, obviously, for what he did for us. And obviously the way he left was bad. But you never know. Like, I think he'll do well.
It's funny because Waleed's picture is literally by the Chelsea logo on the stream, so it's quite poetic that he's talking about Aubameyang and Chelsea. I mean, it's interesting as well. You've heard Manny talking, waxing lyrically about Jesus like he himself is the Pope. But the question is, who is going to be making your first XI for this game on Sunday based on current form? I'm going to go to Ollie first. We're going to start off from the back. Who's going to be the goalkeeper for you?
People are going to get riled. I always say Ramsdale, but I just can't think. De Gea, he hasn't been great recently. He's made a few saves, but I feel like Ramsdale, he's a great keeper. And I'll go with Ramsdale.
That's
That's fair.
fair.
I'm going to go straight to my man Davai, left back. Who's playing left back, Malacia or Zinchenko?
Oh,
I'll say Tierney if he's available.
Tierney, yeah.
What?
I'll say Tierney. He's proven, and I think in time you could say Malacia. And I know Oris is about to have an absolute breakdown and utter capitulation.
He's not
Oh, your boy Luke Shaw is in the mud.
I said it at the beginning of the season. Oh, no. Hold on. I need to hold on. Wait. Like Kevin De Bruyne says, let me talk because I need to settle something with Orts right now. Because he clearly has not seen what I've said in the beginning of the season about Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw's my guy, but he's deserved to be dropped. Deserved to be dropped. He needs to be on the bench. And Malacia deserves to start. He's been playing better. His performances have been better. He rightfully starts. Luke Shaw's on the bench. And all the favoritism that Orts seemingly thinks that I have, like he seems like he thinks that I don't know that I have like some like undercover relationship with Luke Shaw. That's not the case at all.
Guys,
Malacia deserves to start. Anyways, I will say Kieran Tierney at left back. I think he's just more prudent at the moment. He's been playing there in that position for longer than Zinchenko is, and I just think that Tierney's just the better left back between the two. People could say that I'm wrong, or there could be contradicting opinions, whatnot, but I'll say Tierney at left back as of now.
So, my man Davai's gone left back with Tierney. I think it's a fair shout, to be fair. I think Malacia has come in. He's played well, but Tierney, I think, is a little bit more proven. So it'll be interesting to see who actually comes out on top on Sunday. Moving up to right back, I'm going to go to Raj. I know he mentioned earlier that he's not really a fan of Ben White, but who are you going right back, Dalot or Ben White?
I'm going Dalot all day, baby. Listen, our back four looks completely different.
Big up.
That's a pretty simple one.
Listen. He played yesterday. Listen, he played sensational. But you know what?
Another one for us.
I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna be a bit controversial like Davai. Yeah, I might put Wan-Bissaka in just to take care of Martinelli, just for that game, innit?
You're gonna take care of Martinelli anyways.
Wait, is this combined 11 or just starting like?
Listen, guys, we get.
So why is Wan-Bissaka being mentioned?
We get Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Spider-Man, can put in tackles left, right, and center, all of that stuff. You can't expect a guy who's not started a Premier League game in about 6-7 months to just come in and try pocket one of the hottest youngsters in the league. It's just not going to work like that.
I agree.
Eat for breakfast.
I agree.
But I'll go for Dalot. Dalot all day. Listen, last game, Dalot positionally going forward, going back, making the right passes, and the work rate that Dalot's been putting in the last couple of games. Dalot all day.
In my opinion, I still think United can still upgrade on Dalot if they wanted to. I think you can upgrade on him. Because I think he's a good player.
But remember, Wally, listen, he's young. He's young, and he's got a coach that's proper coaching him now, bro. It can only get better.
Yeah, I get that, but it's just
he's young, bro.
What we can agree on is the fact that it's good to see Man United finally have a right back who can cross, because God bless Wan-Bissaka.
Exactly.
But he couldn't really cross the halfway line and do anything.
Yeah, man, he was breakdancing, man. I watched Wan-Bissaka live a few times, bro. And this guy just goes to the byline, drops a shoulder like he's gonna do a cross, and just starts breakdancing.
He's part of the toxic dressing room. Apparently, he's one of the leakers. That's
watching Wan-Bissaka crossing a ball was like watching Hector Bellerin try and cross the ball. But I'd still rate Wan-Bissaka had a Bellerin, because at least Wan-Bissaka knows how to do it.
Apparently, Wan-Bissaka's one of the leakers anyway, so he needs to.
Of course. So we got the full back, the combined 11. Now we're going to go to the centre backs. I'm going to go to Waleed for this. Pick your two centre backs, combined 11 for centre
Wait,
back.
one thing I will say, let's go one Arsenal centre back, one Man United centre back for the sake of balance. I always do want to.
Yeah, Walid, you said you're going to behave yourself, bro.
If Walid's here, that is.
He's not got the energy left,
Is he
bro.
here? Is he here?
No, we'll quickly come back.
Well, if not, I'll go to Joel. One Man United centre back, one Arsenal centre back.
I'll go with. Was it this season or just overall?
From this season, current form.
Right, current form. I'll go with probably Martinez and Saliba.
Yep, that's mine.
I agree, bro.
And Sandro has to be those two.
Yeah.
So we're happy with the back four. We're happy with the keeper. We're moving into the midfield. We're playing 4-3-3. We're going holding midfield first. Ollie, who's
Are
going
we
holding
counting
midfield?
injuries? Are we counting injuries as well?
Yes, right
Yes.
now, based on current form,
Form.
right now, the situation,
Form,
who's
David,
playing
form.
holding midfielder, Ollie, for you?
Okay.
I think everyone agrees maybe Shaka.
Yeah, it has to be Xhaka. I agree with that.
Xhaka from who's left?
It should be Xhaka, 100%.
Oh, how deep left. For me, I'm saying my midfield three would be Xhaka, Odegaard, Eriksen.
I think Xhaka's a shout. I think McTominay has played well, but I think Xhaka has been probably a bit more consistent, I'd say. Casemiro hasn't really played enough games, so he doesn't really get a shout. Partey's injured, so that's that. And who's flanking the two midfielders? I'm going to go to Hardeep for this one. Who is flanking the two midfield, the midfielder that is playing holding for us?
Personally, for me, I'd say maybe Partey if he was fit.
But
But
he's injured.
the thing is, I'd say right now,
Partey's
maybe
injured.
Eriksen.
It's current form and who's
I said
available.
Eriksen. Yeah, Eriksen. Eriksen will be there. I think Eriksen, he can do an excellent job there. And with Eriksen, he can bring that stability, that creativity.
Guys,
Also,
sorry,
by the way,
we just hit
transitions.
301
Big up.
subscribers. 301 subscribers.
Yes.
Come on,
Big
come
up, guys.
on,
Big up, guys. Let's keep it up.
come on, bro. Come a long way.
Big up everyone subscribing. Big up everyone who's liking. We love
It's
to
the
see
Fanny
it.
Magic.
So we've gone with the midfield. I mean, we've got Eriksen. I think Eriksen sounds pretty unanimous. Sounds like Odegaard's unanimous. We're going to go for the top three up top. Starting off right wing. Orest, I'm coming to you. Who is playing right wing in your combined 11?
Central. Listen, it's a no-brainer for me. Central. Listen, Dave, I just want to thank you. Whatever you said to Central, yeah, all credits goes to you. But nah, Sancho, man, he's been balling out, you know, and I think he might score against Arsenal. So I think on the right, Sancho, I'm going with.
Sancho on the right. Okay, interesting take. I think he's been playing really well as well. I think Saka looks a bit tired, so I think it's a fair shout.
I agree.
Moving on to the left wing. I'm going to go to Martin. I was going to say Martinelli then, but I'm going to go to Walid because he kept waxing lyrically about Gabby Martinelli. If he's back, who is he going with on the left flank? Clearly, he's not here, so we're going to go to Manny again. We're back
Is he
on the
with his
roulette.
girlfriend?
No, it's only there's only one option. It's Martinelli, and I think we all know who will be the centre forward. I'm not my midfield three though. I would have gone for a change. I actually would have considered. I mean, maybe Xhaka in the middle, but someone like Bukayo Saka on the left wing, because I know he's been playing on the right for Arsenal. I don't think it's his natural position. I remember going on Ollie's stream and saying that if we were to play him in his natural position as a left winger, which is really his favourite position with England, he'd do really well. He's been struggling really, and I still think there's a lot of talent in him, but we just haven't seen the best of him for many reasons. So, but anyway, that ship has sailed. So, if your question is left up top, it's got to be Martinelli, and we know who the centre forward will be.
I think
Let me just come in and say this. I agree and disagree with you for several reasons. Number one, we've seen how good Bukayo Saka is on the right-hand side. And yes, he started out as a left winger, but players also have to adapt. Players also need to be able to play more than one position, just commonly. And I think when we've seen Bukayo Saka play on the right-hand side, we've seen how good he is at cutting in inside, cutting in on his left foot. I think playing him on the right-hand side was a brilliant tactical switch from Arteta. The problem with Bukayo Saka right now is that this kid is being ran into the ground. This kid never gets a break. He never gets rest. That's the problem. And I think that you have the players to rotate. You can play Fabio Vieira. You have Emil Smith Rowe. You could perhaps even move Martinelli to the right or move Jesus to the right. So I think
Yeah.
Saka's problem is that he needs a rest and he needs a break.
I agree with you there. He does need a rest. And don't get me wrong. I mean, you know, if he does play on the right with a perfectly proper overlapping right back who can sort of cover for him, which means he doesn't have to keep looking back over his shoulder, that would be fine. But we've got a makeshift right back in Ben White. He can't really be trusted to hold his own, so Saka has to look over his shoulder. As you say, he has been run to the ground. But the reason why I have him as a left winger is because he's performed magnificently there for England, and he's happy as a clam. He's left-footed. I get why people want to have the left footer playing on the right wing, cutting inside, but I think there are just some people who are able to do that naturally, who have the knack of being able to do that more naturally. Nicola Pepe did that, but now he's gone on loan. And I don't know if you can teach Saka to necessarily do that in a way, because sometimes if you're not too comfortable doing that, football is all about the mind as well as the body, and sometimes. And I just think that if you have a player who plays well in a particular position, it makes sense to play a person in that position only in case of an emergency. Then you can consider doing something else. I mean, there have been several examples where Ryan Giggs was played as a makeshift right winger, but on some of those occasions, he looked like a duck out of water. The 1999 Champions League final was a case in point. And it was afterwards he switched with, he switched with Blomqvist, I think, and then the attack got stronger. And then United scored those 2 goals and won the league. So it varies, I think. I just think, you know, when you have a young guy like Saka, he has to play in the position in which he feels comfortable. But if Arteta sees it fit to play him on the right wing, and he does have some success there, well, you know, don't if it's not broken, don't really fix it. The only problem is, as you say, he could end up being broken by mid-season, and that's a big worry.
Short my front three: Gabriel Martinelli, Gabriel Jesus, Jadon Sancho. Done, dusted, finished. That's my front three.
Well,
I agree with
we've
you.
heard everyone's thoughts. I mean, we've heard the combined 11. We've heard everyone's scores. We've heard where the game will be won and lost. Of course, we didn't really go with the manager because I myself will be the manager on Sunday. I've already got the flat cap, so you'll be seeing me there on Sunday.
Sonny and
10 Hag's clear anyways. 10 Hag is clear.
Before we go, I wanted to give a shout out to everyone who has subscribed. We're at 300 subscribers. Thank you everyone who watched. Thank you everyone who liked. We still have a few people on here who can promote their channel. I mean, Ollie, do you want to plug your channel?
Yeah, my channel is DJ Sinclair, so go sub to that. I'm on the road to 1K, so very close, 18 away.
Right, big up Ollie. I mean, Dave, I just left, but make sure to check out Premier League Prime Time as well. I have my own channel as well, so my name is there for everyone to see. Sani, that sports guy. But as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time.
200, yeah.
Come on!
Yeah, first we go.
Sunday and that, come on!
301, yeah.
First one. Let's keep
guys.
on. Let's
Big
keep
up
on.
to everyone that's been showing
Shout out
support
your
on the channel.
Instagram.
And
Hey,
this
Waleed, see you Monday, bro.
See you Monday, Raj, man. Raj, don't worry, man. I'm gonna come Island, Tower Hamlets. I'm there. I'm looking for you.
Listen, I'm ready for you. When you want to come
Listen,
down,
if you want to do a link up,
I've got
us
you.
three.
I'm
But
coming
Waleed,
for you,
we're
Raj.
still live.
Don't worry.
Waleed, shout out your Instagram.
I'm there, Island pictures on Sunday, man. I want to see you
Waleed,
there.
shout out your Instagram account, Forest Stokes Football Club.
All right, so TikTok coming soon. Bit of delays, you know, been a bit.
Raj is
So
taking the
TikTok
piss.
is coming soon. Okay.
Listen. Let me plug myself here. Let me plug myself in it, yeah. You
Don't
can
worry,
catch
man.
me
Alright,
rolling
plug
on
yourself, man.
Instagram,
Do your thing.
Raj 5-star and all that fam, yeah.
Guys,
And you're gonna
I don't ask you to go
inside
to
for
listen.
these headers,
No
bro.
worries.
I'm living there rent free.
Bye.
Thank
Big
you,
up,
Money,
man.
my guy.
Money,
I'll see
big
you
up.
soon. Yeah.
Big up, Molly.
Bye.
Big up, Molly.
But guys, I just want to say special message. Listen, this channel was made. I don't want to do notice or anything, but I think it's been 5 months now. This channel has been made.
That's right.
We tried to take down Football Fan Show. They can't stop us, guys. They can't stop
Yeah,
us.
but keep it
Can't stop, won't stop. Yeah. Chan, that's for you, man.
Bro, listen. I'm proud of you lot, bro. From like, I saw you lot from just on Instagram to where you lot are now, and the space of time that it took you to get up to 300 subscribers, man. Hats off to you guys, man. You're consistent with the work. Every show is getting better and better. There's no more chaos anymore, and I love you guys, man. Trust me, you are all like my little bros, man.
Yeah, man. We'll link up soon, man.
Big up, bro.
The thing is, yeah,
Definitely, bro. Definitely.
guys, the one thing that we got to say, yeah, this ain't just Oris Talks Football. This is We Talk Football, yeah. This is We Talk Football. This is
Exactly.
all of us, all 300.
I just wanna-
We did it, blood.
We Talk Football, bro.
I just want to say big up to Hod. Listen, everyone that shared their account, the YouTube channel, the links. That's for them, and they deserve the props. Credits where it's due. So yeah, man.
I'll tell you
Oh,
what.
yeah,
I'll
have
tell you
something
what.
to say.
Yeah.
Have something to say.
I've also listen. I'm looking forward to the next milestone, which is going to be 500 subscribers. When we get to 500 subscribers, me myself, I'm going to be giving out prizes to one of us 500 subscribers. Yeah,
Cool,
it's going to be worth up to £100. Yeah? I'm going to do a big boy giveaway myself, and it's going to be from the Oris.
That's probably going to be by the end of the year, lads. By the way we're going, the way things are going now, by the end of the year, that could happen. You never know. By December,
but guys,
I want it sooner, Waleed. I want it sooner. I want, after Monday when people see you sagging, bro.
I love Roll to Red Devils, man. Roll to Red Devils. I just love this guy, honestly.
He's the real easy, man.
Big up, man.
Big up, man.
Big up,
Hardy, feel free to shout your United page or your personal account if you want.
Or your Ronaldo fan page.
but firstly, before
Why does this guy always do this? Like, he just always goes like silent all of a sudden.
Listen. A big shout out
Hardy,
to
can you say again?
as well.
Hardy, be cut out. Hardy, can you repeat again?
Wait, can you hear me now?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I just want to say, I mean, the thing is, from where we were from the beginning, around 5 months ago, to where we are now, it's absolutely immense. And well, if we continue this consistency, well, that's for greatness. So big up to Willie, big up to ORS, big up to this channel. Though we've got great structure, and do you know what? YouTube, do you know what? We'll sit you down, Mark Woods. Our credibility will be
YouTube. We're coming for all of these big football platforms. We're coming, man. We're going to come up, yeah?
Turkish.
LDN. Co-founders of this channel, man. We're here. We had a plan. We had a process. We trust the process, and now we're here. Start from the bottom. Now we're here, man.
Tranquilo.
Come on. Anyway, guys, I'll see you Monday after we smoke you. All right. And it's gonna be lovely scenes. I'm gonna be chilling. I'm gonna be vibing. Yeah.